What would make a 62-year-old grandmother sell her family's ancestral home in Manila, lie to her children, and fly 6,000 miles to meet a 28-year-old man she had never seen face to face? Rosa de la Cruz believed she was flying toward love. Instead, she walked straight into a nightmare that would shake two countries and expose a deadly web of deception. How does a woman who raised 5 children and survived decades of hardship fall victim to the cruelest kind of betrayal? And why did her dream of a second chance end in blood? Born Rosa Fernandez in the rural heart of Baton Province in 1962, life was never easy. She married young at just 19 to Antonio de la Cruz, a hard-working jeepney driver. Together they built a modest life in Manila, running a small sari-sari store and raising 5 children. Antonio was her anchor, the father of her children, the man who stood beside her through every struggle. But at 58, everything changed. Antonio passed away after years of battling diabetes. And just like that, Rosa was alone. Her world shifted overnight. The house that once echoed with laughter, arguments, and the chaos of 5 children fell silent. Her children had grown up, moved away, started lives of their own. And Rosa was left behind. In Filipino culture, family is everything. So when her children left, Rosa didn't just lose company, she lost purpose. Days turned into long, quiet battles with loneliness. She smiled during phone calls, pretending everything was fine. But behind those smiles was a woman slowly drowning in isolation. She talked to her plants, sat in silence, and waited for something, anything, to fill the void. Then one day, something did. A message. A stranger. A promise of connection. It started with a simple suggestion from her daughter. "Mom, try social media. It'll help you stay connected." Reluctantly, Rosa stepped into the digital world. At first she just watched, scrolling through posts, reading stories. But slowly, she began to engage. Commenting, sharing, connecting. For the first time in years, she felt seen. And then came him. A message from a man named Dylan Mitchell, a Filipino-Australian living in Melbourne, recently divorced. His first message was simple. "Your post about missing home-cooked adobo made me smile." It was small, harmless, but it touched something deep inside her. And she replied. That one reply changed everything. What began as casual conversation quickly turned into something more. Good morning texts, late night calls, long conversations about loneliness, pain, and second chances. He remembered the little things. How she liked her food. What made her smile. And for the first time in years, Rosa felt something she thought she had lost forever. Love. But Dylan Mitchell wasn't real. Behind that name was Brett Coleman, a 28-year-old con artist, part of an organized romance scam network targeting vulnerable women. Everything was fake. The photos, the voice, even the video calls, manipulated using deepfake technology. But Rosa didn't know that. She only knew how he made her feel. Alive again. Then came the request. At first, small. A little help for visa issues. Then bigger. Medical emergencies. Business opportunities. Each time he promised, "This is the last time." And each time, Rosa believed him. She sold her jewelry, borrowed money, and eventually, she did the unthinkable. She sold her family's ancestral home, without telling her children. All for a future that didn't exist. By the end, she had sent over $50,000. Everything she had. But it still wasn't enough. Because now, she wanted to meet him. In person. Her children begged her to stop. They warned her. But Rosa couldn't hear them anymore. "I'm going to marry him," she said. And with that, she left. December 15, 2023. Rosa landed in Sydney. Excited. Nervous. Hopeful. And there he was. Or at least, someone pretending to be him. For a moment, everything felt perfect. Until it didn't. Instead of the life he promised, he took her to a rundown motel. His behavior changed. Cold, distant, unfamiliar. And then, 2 men appeared. Tommy. Alex. That's when everything fell apart. They went through her belongings. Took her money. And then the truth came out. "It's over, Rosa. You've been played. Dylan didn't exist. Only Brett. A predator." Rosa begged. "I love you. But the response was cold. I'm Brett. And you're about to be broke. Her world shattered. Everything was a lie. She gave them everything she had left, hoping they'd let her go. But they didn't. They took her passport, destroyed her phone, cut her off from the world. And when she fought back, Brett snapped. He grabbed a glass bottle and struck her. Rosa collapsed. And just like that, it was over. They fled, leaving her alone, bleeding, dying. 6 hours later, her body was found in that motel room. A life built on sacrifice ended in betrayal. Days later, her daughter received the call. Her mother was gone. Murdered. The investigation uncovered everything. A massive scam network. Dozens of victims. Millions stolen. Within 72 hours, Brett and his accomplices were arrested. The trial exposed the truth. And justice was served. Brett Coleman, life imprisonment. Tommy, 25 years. Alex, 20 years. But for Rosa's family, no sentence was enough. They didn't just lose their mother. They lost their home, their savings, their peace, and the guilt that never leaves. Rosa wasn't foolish. He was human. He wanted love, connection, to feel seen after a lifetime of sacrifice. And that desire cost her everything. This story isn't just about Rosa. It's about anyone who has ever felt alone. Because in today's world, trust can be the most dangerous thing. One message, one connection, is all it takes. And sometimes, it's all it takes to lose everything.